episode of Should I Stay or Should I Go movie reviews. Today, we watched Dunkirk. I'm going to go ahead and start with the reviews today.
Where did we watch Dunkirk at?
We watched it at the Warenberg IMAX, which was terrific. And if you're going to see this movie, you should see it in IMAX. Mm-hmm. I loved every single thing about this movie. I was engaged from the very beginning. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I even welled up a few times, so I was a little emotional during the movie as well. I thought that they did a really good job. I enjoyed the cut scenes, kind of getting me away from some of the very intense moments and allowing me to catch my breath, because I found myself holding my breath a little bit during some of it because it was so action-packed. I would give this movie, but I'm struggling. 8, 9, it's so good. So I don't know that it matters at this point exactly what I want to give it, but go see it. See it in IMAX. Great. Love it. Done.
I enjoyed the movie very much as well. I went into the movie not knowing what it was about, other than it was a war. And I didn't... There were 3, I believe, different storylines, and it was a little confusing at first. And then I agree with Sharon, it was action-packed, and you were on the edge of your seat a good majority of the time. With it being IMAX, it was intense. You could feel the bomb, and I'm sure that everybody around me could feel me jump in the process too.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed it. I think I would give it probably an 8 as well.
Yeah, very intense from the very beginning. I thought it never let you go. I didn't think.
Yeah.
So we talked about in Transformers inundated with just being hammered, but it was engaging. It wasn't overload of senses and visual CGI or anything like that. It was just right off the bat. It pulled you right in. They didn't mess around. The score and the background effects and everything were just amazing. There was really nothing that I could find that I did not like with the movie. So I'm giving it a 10.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang it!
Yeah.
You stole my 10. I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I'm giving it a 10 as well. It was perfectly done. Everything about it. I'd just be repeating what everybody else said, in that the score, the pacing. There was even a little bit of the Christopher Nolan non-linear storytelling that was in there, and I think Sharon spoke to it a bit, that it kind of gave you a minute to say, okay, we're looking at this from a different angle, but you're seeing something that happened, so it's okay. But everything about it was just perfect at IMAX. The only thing I wish I really could have went someplace and seen it in 70mm film. But I can't wait for the DVD. I'm going to order mine tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
I really liked how they built up the super duper tension in all the key scenes at the same time, and everything was building up into a like And
I did find that I reacted a lot to many things, and I did feel emotional during the movie. I welled up and had to.
Same here.
Very
moving.
It was, and I would see it again.
Yeah. It was probably the most intense, engaged war movie I've seen. I remember the feeling I had when I walked out of Platoon. The theater was silent. I mean, you could just tell everybody was just like wrought from the entire hour and a half, 2 hours of the show, because it was so realistic. So
I think historically he stayed really true. Everything I've read about that time in the war and that particular Dunkirk evacuation seemed like he stayed pretty true to what really happened there. So yeah.
Nothing to not like.
So should I stay or should I go? We're all giving it a go.
Go.
For sure.
Go
see
IMAX.